Craig, quite a day. 6 wickets yesterday, 18 wickets today. What's happened now there?
I think obviously it did a bit yesterday, but I felt we played pretty well on a surface that was offering for a little bit for the seamers, and I think today obviously we knew sort of coming into it, we sort of knew we had a fairly decent score. Obviously I think we'd have liked to have scored a few more, but it was nice to sort of capitalise on it when we did get bowling and sort of they got to a bit of a flyer, but it seems to be the trend nowadays with the sort of the balls at the minute. They don't really do too much sort of till they get to sort of 10 overs old, and then they start to swing and nip. So it was nice to sort of get those couple of wickets once they sort of got going, and then we sort of got on a roll, and the day went as it did.
Yeah, and it was on a roll. Sussex losing on like 8 for 77 after lunch. Did you see that coming at the lunch break?
Not really. Obviously, we knew there was plenty in the wicket, that we hit the right areas. We felt we could sort of get a few wickets, but you don't often bowl sides out for sort of a collapse like that. So we knew we had to work hard at sort of obviously 2 down at lunch, but also 3 down. But we felt like we bowled pretty well before lunch. We just didn't quite get the rewards, but we did after lunch.
What was the talk around the follow-on, whether to enforce it or not?
The thing is with Taunton, we know it generally gets better. So we felt like because we'd bowled so well and it was only for 40 odd overs, we felt like bowlers are fresh. If it does spin, it generally spins less as the game goes on, we feel here. So sort of that brings Leach into the game in this third innings, and hopefully it doesn't. There's been a little bit of spin. I wouldn't say it's much. So so there's still a bit in for the seamers at the minute. So we thought we'd capitalise on that.
Was any of the thought about that following about what happened in the Worcestershire game as well? Did that come into the skipper's thinking in any way?
It probably subconsciously, yes. We chased 320 here on a spinning wicket here last week and a half ago against Essex, and they've got probably one of the best off spinners in the world. So we know the wicket generally does get better here, so we wanted to capitalise on that and make sure that we had the chance to bat last on it if we need to.
What was that like having Matt Hendry back in the side for this match?
Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? Just that sort of that knowledge and sort of the skills that he provides, and you just know he's not going to go for any runs. He was probably he was probably a little bit expensive today, but we'll give him his dues that he hasn't bowled much in the sort of last 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So the way he's turned out today is pretty phenomenal, really.
And does it make a difference when you're thinking, that the skipper's got him up his sleeve and he can rotate you 4 seamers and he's got Jack at the other end?
Yeah, it's obviously massive. We've obviously got 4 great sort of first-class bowlers, and obviously then Leachy at the other end can just toil away and do his magic. So it's very sort of handy for the skipper, and he knows he's got 4 good bowlers that he can rely on.
But the job not quite done tonight.
No, not quite. We knew they were going to come out and sort of play. Hainsey and Husey played pretty positively, and they played very well to start with, and obviously we sort of scraped back at the end, and we felt if we got 4 or 5 tonight we'd be in a great spot. So we knew the wicket was going to get better, and credit to them, they played well at the top, but we've sort of bounced back and got those 4 poles, but we know there's job to do tomorrow morning.